Hey everybody, it's Briggsel here. I'm playing more World of Tanks. Now this is a replay of the SU-122-44 in action. This is a premium tank destroyer at rank or tier 7. Now I've played quite a few gold tanks, as I call them, and I don't think I've ever played any as good as this. Now you'll see in a second why I love this tank so much. But I'll give you a little information about this tank. Its manoeuvrability is really quite good for a tank destroyer. Its speed is also very decent. Its view rate is quite low, and its radio range isn't the best either, as you can see by the map. My view range is pretty much just over at like 300, 310. I've got the binoculars that adds 10%, which is really useful. But the best thing for me about this tank is it's got a really accurate weapon. Like one of the best, I think it's personally one of the best accuracy-wise weapons in the whole game. And on top of that, you've just seen the damage. I did 488 in my first shot. Yes, that was a critical, but if you look at my penetration and my damage in the bottom, you'll see that my damage is 390 with a penetration of 175. Now the penetration in tier 8 and 9 battles is probably not so great, but in a tier 7 battle like this, you'll find that pretty much you can get through anything. I absolutely love the fact that this gun shoots the way it does. It gives you 390 damage on average, 296 there, but it penetrates at 175, and it is very, very accurate. There are a couple of downsides. As I said before, the armor's not great. The kind of percentage, the viewport percentage is quite low in the sense that you've got like 15 degrees or something like that. But with the power and with the manoeuvrability, it's not too terrible. The view range is obviously on the low side as well. So having the binoculars is a big advantage as far as I'm concerned. I think it's a massive plus to have the binoculars or the tripod or whatever it's called. Its credit kind of bonus that you get for this tank is actually really decent as well. Depending on what tier battle you will go into, you'll find that you can get anything from 30k to 80k for a victory. If you're in a tier 8 battle, which is most common in this tank, you will go into tier 8 battles, you'll probably make between 50 and 60 or 70 depending on the victory type, which I think is a very good return. I mean, the JT is no better, the Jag 88 is no better, and it's a tier heavier. To be honest, if I could choose between the armor and the power, then I'd choose the power. Because you're a tank destroyer, you're meant to sit and you're meant to snipe, you're meant to try and give damage as much as possible, rather than obviously take it, which is what the Jag Tiger does really. Its front armor is so heavy, it's pretty amazing. I mean, I get some really good shots. I mean, I should be penetrating the Panther because the Panther's not exactly made of sterner stuff. But I suppose it's the angle at which I'm shooting at. I'm just kind of shooting on his side and it's glancing off. And I missed there. But in general, I find this tank a really great tank. I mean, 394. I mean, that's just amazing to me. And I wanted that kill and I didn't get it, unfortunately. Now, this is probably one of the best rounds, single rounds that I've ever done. I get 1,422 single experience. That doesn't include any ×2. That is single experience. Pretty decent round. It's not the best I've ever done. The best I've ever done is the Cromwell that you may have seen before, which was 1,712 or something like that. But in regards to this video, I think this tank is really good. I can't think of any better premium tank to buy. Maybe the Type 59. I don't have one, I've never used it, so I can't, but I've played against a lot of Type 59s and they've always been difficult customers. I can't think of anything else that could really stand up against this tank in terms of premium. I mean, even facing the heavy premiums of the tier 8 bracket, you know, the low or the T-34 I think it is, or the Super Pershing even, it just doesn't stand up. You can just penetrate their armour pretty easy, and I mean, for something that's a tier 7, which means that the matchmaking's a little bit kinder to you, you make so much more credits, you're able to kill more kills, as you can see. So I'm really pleased.